welcome or welcome back to my channel. For today's art prompt with Oracle cards, we are using Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reid. I love this deck. It's very mystical. It's very earthy. I love it. So here I am shuffling. Nothing tends to pop out, so I just pick one that stands out to me once again, kind of like my last video. Right there. And we have the Web Weaver. So I'm not gonna lie, this one was tricky for me. You'll see throughout the video, I am just trying to figure it out, but at the same time, still trying to just go with the flow, because after all, it's just an art prompt, you know. There's not supposed to be much thinking, but I think I'm gonna call this my Mad Hatter thinking video, because you guys are in for it. I'm just, half the stuff you see me cut and pull out, I don't use. And the stuff I do use is moved around a million times. But you know what? That's all part of it, right? So here I am. I'm just going through my little stash as per usual. And I don't think I find too much in here, actually. Oh yeah, I picked that out because I liked, it's kind of a lacy print, but it reminded me of a web. So here I am looking at it again, just trying to figure out. The words on it actually say synchronicity, divine intelligence, and cause and effect. And the card number is number 4. So my thought process at this moment here was, I don't know why, but I was going for transformation. So I cut out the snake and I cut out the butterfly. We'll see if I use this later on. And I'm probably just gathering stickers, of course. So here I am flipping through. I fast forwarded this part for you guys because it took me a while, and I decided, okay, I'll go back to that because it's a little too early to stick some stuff down. So I gathered up a few materials. I loved that. I thought that was perfect for a web. And then I have this kind of celestial PET tape right there, which I thought went well. And by the way, the whole time I was going through and trying to figure stuff. Oh wait, look at this. So this string here, I don't know if you can tell, but it matched perfectly with the sparkles of webs she was holding in the picture. The whole time I was doing this spread, I had Dreamweaver stuck in my head. Fun fact. Okay, oh, and then I have this tool here. Lots of stars and moons. If you've seen my other videos, you know I really love astrology. Stars and moons, celestial, all that jazz. I love it. So my Mad Hatter process is starting now. I'm trying to find an anchor point, and I find that just a ripped piece of paper is a great way to start when you don't know. And there I go there. Like I said, it takes me a while to get going, but I think towards the end, once I start going, the flow is flowing. So I will read what is inside the book. Once again, the Web Weaver. And then we can kind of talk about it together. So, the Web Weaver rejoices that your creations are far-fetching and have positive effects on the money. Every action, every thought, every word, and every deed is woven into the web of creation. I love that. When the Web Weaver appears as your ally? Yeah. She grants you the way to others of like mind and intention and lets you know you're not alone in your endeavors. So, very much what comes to mind is you watching my video or me watching other journaling videos, because that's what we love to do, right? And that is, we're working together and creating creations, and I think that's wonderful. It goes on to say, just when you need to make a connection, like magic, synchronicity occurs. Magic reverberates through the web and plays in harmony with your own. This is a sign to trust in the connectivity between all events. Magic is afoot for you. So that message is for all of us, which I find is beautiful. So it's just going about saying how we are all interconnected. And magically, really, whatever our interests are, we will create a community of like-minded people. And then that's exactly what's happening here. So I am at a loss. I'm literally just touching everything. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm very much in my head, which is not normal for me, but we have these days, right? And I find that art is a wonderful tool to get out of your head and into your heart. Where in this video, I'm not gonna lie. I think I was very much in my head this whole video, but that's okay. It is what it is. I still created a art spread that I very much loved, that you'll see at the end. And I had a fun time doing it. Here I am going through another stash of mine. So I pulled out the word imagine and celestial. And that's a little coin pocket. I was thinking of maybe stuffing something in there because I love envelopes, I love pockets, I love all that. But I actually, at the end, spoiler alert, I didn't use any pockets this time or any envelopes. Just fussing around. I find that when I feel a little bit stuck while I'm creating, that I just make it a point to keep moving, because I find if I just sit there and I think, nothing happens. I go into freeze mode. So that's a little tip I have for you. If you find that you get a little bit overwhelmed, which I do sometimes, and I'm sure you guys do too, just to keep moving. That's why I was just moving stuff around. I kept touching things. I kept going through my stashes, because eventually something catches and then you kind of grab onto it and run with it. And that's happened to me a few times in this art session, where I'm just like dilly-daddling like this, and eventually a thought catches and I run with it. I really liked having this textured glitter strip here. And my idea originally with this beautiful piece of sparkly tinsel string was I was going to create a whole web on both pages with it, but there wasn't enough of it, or else I probably would have gone that route. There I am, sticking it on, because I know that that's the one thing I definitely want. So, synchronicity to me, it's funny, I have to be careful when I say that word, because forever and ever and ever, I've always said synchronicity, until one of my friends pointed out, and she's like, is that so I live in Canada, but I'm from the States, even though I've lived in both places almost equally at this point. But earlier on, one of my friends had said, "Is that how Americans say synchronicity?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "You say synchronicity." And I'm thinking, oh, I don't know. And sure enough, I looked it up and it's synchronicity. So every time I see that word, I have to like slowly say it to myself before I say it out loud. Anyways, synchronicity, when things start to synchronize in your life, I find that is when you are on your highest timeline. So in other words, you are following a flow and you are following a path that is aligned with your higher purpose. So anytime, you're like, oh, what a coincidence or whatnot, it's synchronicities, it's signs showing that you are exactly where you need to be. I guess, and that's also the other words on the card are divine intelligence. So that's pretty much the same thing, I would say, in the sense of we're being dropped little signs from the divine through synchronicities. I love using that tool with the stars and moons. I use it a lot in my art journals. Here I am thinking about the web. I really wish I had more because I think that could have been a really cool interactive kind of opening up page, but it's all good. And then, I was thinking of making just that flap webby, but then that thought came and went and I never used it. So here I am going back into the book and reading exactly what it says, just to kind of get a better idea. This is my bit of my sticker collection. Guys, if you're not using a old school photo album for your stickers like we did in the 80s and 90s, you're missing out, because it is the best way to organize your stickers. And it reminds me of my childhood, because I had like 3 of these stuffed with stickers when I was little. And we used to have, like, before school started, we would be in the schoolyard and we would trade stickers. I think this would have been in the like mid to late 80s, I'd say. I loved it. That's where my love of stickers has come from and has never left. So my thought process in picking the ladies was, at first I had picked that top one, but then I noticed a couple of them had their hands out, and the whole purpose of me picking the people was, in the book it had said, let me see here. Remember that the web reaches far and wide, and you're only capable of perceiving a small part of it. Just pay attention to the patterns you see play out in your life. All things will be revealed through the web. I don't know. There was one part in it where, just when you need to make a connection, like magic, synchronicity occurs. So the sparkly string there represents the string of magic, and then the 2 people are connected by it, and that's where I was going with that. And they both have, it's a little far away, sorry guys, but they both have their hands out, so I figured it was kind of like a, web coming from the hand, maybe a Spider-Man moment, For some reason, I kind of wanted her hidden underneath the flap. I guess to represent that, like, we can literally be connected from across the world through thought. And that's kind of the magic that I think the card, the message is coming through with. What do I got here? Oh yeah, this card, I really liked it, but I really couldn't find a place for it. This is the PET tape. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. It's usually, when you buy it, it's like capital P, E, and T. So that's why I say it. Pet tape sounds a little off. So PET tape. So I'm finally using this piece, the first piece I had taken out. And I decided to kind of bring in both pages by putting one piece on one side and one piece on another. And just writing web weaver on there as a reminder that that's what this page is about, because otherwise it's just so random. But we love random. I love random. Added a little bling onto there. I kind of like it. I liked it slanted like that, but I ended up taping it straight down, it looks good too. But looking back at the video, I'm kind of like, oh, I liked it like that. No regrets. It's just art. It's just expression. Not just, expressing yourself is a big thing, and it's a great healing modality. If you've been repressed or just blocked, expressing yourself through any type of art, whether that be dancing, painting, singing, art journaling, it's a really important modality to incorporate in our lives. So I think here I'm finally kind of picking up the pace a little bit. Not that I'm in a rush, but the flow is flowing a bit here. I'm liking how everything's going. I like that I have a thought in mind, kind of with that string and the two people there. And I think now I'm ready to go through some stickers. And after going through literally the whole book, I realized, oh, I think there might be a spider, which totally goes with it. Bingo. There we go. So I put that little guy there. That wasn't sticking very well onto the PET tape, so I just gave it an extra little glob of glue. I really do like how that page looks webby. That material, I use it a lot. I think it's like florist ribbon or something I got from the Dollar Tree. I have it in a few different colors. If you like texture in your art, it's perfect. I use it in a lot of my journals, a lot of my junk journals. And here I am taking some pearly trim out here, which I thought added a really nice touch. I have to get more of that. I love it. I ordered it, I think I ordered it on Temu or Temu, but this whole time I've heard Temu. If you guys haven't heard of it, it's like an AliExpress or whatnot, except you get your stuff a lot quicker. Everyone struggles with the name of that, whether it's Temu or whatnot. But if you guys saw the Super Bowl, they had a commercial and it was Temu, just after everyone gets used to Temu. But anyways, it's a great place to get your craft supplies. I haven't had trouble with them at all. I'm sure a lot of you know that already, though, about Temu. So I just kind of did falling stars as like little connectors to the web above with the spider. And I'm finally gluing on that magical web. And I wanted to write a little something. I always like to add just a little bit of writing in my art journaling. Not always, but a lot of the times. And it says, "The light in me shines to the light in you." I wanted to send out some good vibes. And you can't really tell, but that just has some magical things on it, like a crystal ball and a mirror and a wand. And there it is. I think that I'm done until I flip open the flap and I realize I don't like that blank spot. So we're going to fill it real quick. And I just decided on 2 rose stickers, little pop of color there. And there she is. Oh yeah, I'm adding a little silver touches, some filler space there. Thank you guys if you've made it this far. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have an awesome day.